welcome to another video. I'm down the Avon, as you can see. Now, I said at the end of the last video I had another trip planned to the Y. Well, I'll tell you what happened in that very shortly, but for now, back on the Avon. Really been looking forward to this. How beautiful does that look? I've come down, a couple of things really, kill two birds with one stone. It's going to be the hottest day of the year today. They've said 33, 34. I've got out as early as I can, which is after the school run. It's getting on for 10 o'clock now. It's starting to get really hot. I'm covered in factor 50. But I fancied having a go at this sort of summer chub peg on the Avon, probably my favourite summer chub peg. And I thought, we can stand in the water, it'd be cool. And I'm going to fish for as long as I can cope with it, really, to be honest. Very simple approach. We're just going to fish probably the waggler. I've got a load of red maggots left from the close season. That's it. It's going to be as simple as that. And I've seen a chub cruising about, only a couple of pound, maybe a pound and a half. So there's clearly some here. I fired a few maggots in, and I saw a few swirls. So I think perhaps they're back in here because they tend to move off here, sort of late autumn. But they do seem to be here. But it's going to be tricky. I mean, look at all this. These bulrushes, I think. There's one out in the middle there, there's one over there, and obviously these in here. They're going to do the best to get into all this cover. There's a load of stream weed on the bottom as well, you probably can't see. So this is going to be a bit sketchy. I can see a chub out there now. This is going to be possibly a bit sketchy. If I start to lose fish, I'm going to knock on the head. I'm not fishing for fish, I can't get out. But we'll have a crack. I think we might be all right. It's patchy. It's not like it's, full of weed. And we've got fairly heavy gear on, so I think we'll carry on sprinkling maggots in. We'll get the gear set up, we'll run you through it, and then we'll have a crack. So as you can imagine, with those trees over there, those willow trees, which the chubs seem to live under, all this weed, streamer weed, bulrushes, as I've mentioned. I think they're bulrushes anyway. Strong gear. So basically got my trotter gear I use down the Y when I'm likely to catch barbel. First outing on the Avon for my connoisseur 14-foot power. I bought this really with this sort of thing in mind. I've got Dave Harrell number 3 Speci Wag on there, the 2 SSG one, the smallest one, or the lightest one, and the shortest one. A couple of number 8s down the line, and that's it. As far as line, shot, etc. goes, I'll stick it all in the description below. But we just got a couple of number 8s, simple as that. Hook link swivel and hook link. Main line is Dave Harrell Pro Match, which I'm giving a go. I tried it out on the Y a couple of days ago, which again I'll touch on in a minute. Really liked it, so I've got it on here as well. 022, so it's decent strength, and I've got 019 hook link. Right, I can't wait to get casting. This is going to be tricky. I think getting these fish out of here. I think if there was a few more boats moving, they'd have knocked all this about, but for whatever reason, they're not. There's lots of it in here this year. I think we're probably going to catch a load of small fish as well. Perhaps some roach, some dace, some perch. Who knows what. Oh, it's nice and cool still here. It's lovely. Right, let's see if we can actually even trot through here. It's just looking a bit sketchy. The more I look at it. That's going to be the first problem, obviously this one here. And steering it through. Well, the rest of the weeds, see we're catching there, look. Oh, first run through, we've caught on a stem. Oh dear, I think this is going to be the problem. You could wait to fish here until all these weeds have died back, but to be honest, I think fish will have moved by then. I don't tend to hang around in here in the winter. They may not be here now. That one out there is going to be a real problem. Awkward. There's definitely a bit of swirling going on. I don't know how big they are. Things that are swirling. We're in. Oh, he's charged straight through that. Straight into that stream of weed. Doesn't feel massive, but it's, I'm sure, a chub. There we go, he's got us in some more. I thought that this might be the problem. Ah, he's off. Thought this might be the problem. Ditch the hook in the stream of weed. Ah. Well, they're there, as we knew. Got him out of that one, he got in that one. Just chuck the hook, which they're very good at doing. Big old pow waves. Oh yes, don't drop your maggot in the edge, I forgot about that. God, look at it. They're getting nuts. But I think they've sussed me already. I think they know I'm here. Let's put a couple on, see if we can hide the hook a bit better. Unfortunately, they know there's something wrong with the ones on the hook. What we're going to have to do is feed shorter, where I can run through. There's one in the middle there now, I can see. Yeah, they're coming up and wolfing these maggots. We've certainly got them out. I don't think I need to run about close to that tree. We just got to try and fool them somehow. Right, I'm going to put 3 maggots on a size 20 to completely cover the hook. There we go. 3 maggots. Did the trick. Just completely covered the hook. Oh, no, 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 no. This is where the git needs to be strong. Just trying to get in that tree. No, no. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right, that's the first battle one. Right, nip one, pull one through the reeds now. Just doing his utmost to get us in here. I think we might have him beat. Put my landing net miles out of the way. We have got him beat. Oh, he's a cracker. He is a cracker. That is what we came for. They are swirling away, those maggots. I'll try and hold him up with one hand. That's about that. Absolutely fantastic. Very lively as well. Right, we'll get to keeping that out. Oh, he's a lovely fish. Absolutely fab. Go on, chap. Wonderful. Not surprisingly, all the swirling has stopped. We'll feed them for 5 minutes before I go back in. The greed will get the better of them sooner rather than later, I think. As I say, I've put 3 maggots on just because I think they could see the hook. A size 20 Super MWG Guru 20, and it's not a, oh there you go, swirling again. It's not a small 20 by any means. Nice and strong though. Yeah, they're back. Going crazy. What I'm trying to do is get them feeding this side of that bit of reed there. And they are. But that time I cast right over the back. And he went straight away. Oh, that piranha, it's like a trout farm. Blimey. Well, we have got them going Absolutely crazy out in the middle here. Hopefully you can see that. I mean, I only just see the side of this weed. I think this weed's possibly used a bit of a favour, masking us a bit. But yeah, I'm sure you can see those swells there. They are absolutely like piranhas. Clear water as well makes it tricky. You can see absolutely everything. Oh, look at them. I can't get a bite. I must need a pole and just be able to dap a maggot on the top. We always need two of you. You need one to feed and one to fish. Oh, honestly. It's crazy. Even following them through. Putting a pile in and literally following them through. Not working. Time it takes me to pick my rod up. They've had them all. There we go. That worked that time. Oh, blimey. Unfortunately, they're all sort of coming in that way. Guys, another nice fish. He's sort of given up. If I can sneak him in, that'll be a result. Come on. No. You fooled me. You fooled me. Come on. Come on, come on. God, he's a lump. Absolute tank. That is a lump. Quite literally, he's got a bit of a hunch back. It's about that. He's got an absolute gut on him as well, so I'm squashing with my hand. But he's a proper one. Well, I think we can say this is working. They're not being stupid though. They're really not. I'm back out on it though, swirling away. Again, we'll feed them for a few minutes. Blimey. Well, they forecast a little bit of cloud today. I'm so grateful. It's really taking the edge off this sun. I've been feeding for perhaps 10 minutes. So hopefully they've chilled out. Looks like they have. Although that last one didn't charge about all over the swim. It's a bit windy for doing this as well. It's a bit of a funny old day today. Breeze is taking the edge off as well though, which is nice. Oh, we up down here. Perch, I would imagine. Oh. Don't drop your hook link in the edge. I've got a magnet on here. I've been clipping it on a magnet because that's what happens. They just know, don't they? They just know. That one's not right. Leave it alone. And what gets me is, you know, getting fish competing like this. It's the holy grail of fishing, isn't it? We've got them competing. Can't catch them. You know, the way they're going, you should be getting a bite every cast. You almost know to come to that of the maggots going in. But the plop, don't go anywhere near that. Blimey, boats have started in force now. 2 in 5 minutes. Don't seem to be bothering the chub there. Got time for a cast, I think. Well, this one comes. There we go. Went in without feeding. He's trying to get us in that stream of weed. Just pulled a bit of bulrush out. Looks another nice fish. God, we're not catching any little ones, are we? Even though we're fishing maggots. Oh, it's another unit. God, this Avon chub again, really big. It's about that. Absolutely wonderful. This is cracking. I'm having a fantastic morning. We've been fishing about an hour and a half. Wow. Right, let's try an upstream cast somewhere up there. And let's spray maggots in around the float when it gets into the sort of bite zone. I'm just playing about really, trying to figure this out, because clearly we're not catching nearly as many chub as we should be. We've had 4 bites and caught 3 fish. I mean, decent fish. We're catching sort of little dace and stuff as well in between. I'm going to try and get this maggot to hold up in the water a bit. I've took the hook link swivel off. Put a bit of distance between the float and the maggot. I've taken all the shot off the line, so the maggot will hopefully hold up quite high in the water for a longer period than it has been. See if that works. I just know something's wrong with it. Or they're taking it and spitting it and not registering on the float, which is quite possible. If you get a chance to have a look at it like that, just not getting bites, they either take it pretty much when it first goes in, or I don't get a bite. I'll cast up there. Feed around the float when it gets somewhere near where we want it, like there. That worked. Ooh. Yeah, that worked, didn't it? And a really slow sinking maggot. Casting upstream and firing maggots around it when it gets into the zone. It's another nice fish. It's clonking chub. Fortunately, not beating me up too much. Another absolute cracker. It's about that. Cracking. Yeah, that definitely worked. I'll show you the rig. That worked quite quickly. I hope I'm not speaking too soon that we've got it sussed. Because they're taking these maggots so high up. So what I've settled on, really, I've got the float and the Olivet right next to the float up there. I've absolutely nothing on the line. I've just gone loop to loop. And that's it. Casting upstream, waiting for the float to get down in the zone, and then firing maggots around it. And that worked that time. Hopefully, wasn't a coincidence. So I almost want this to stay near the surface. To be honest, I almost want to put a little bit of foam on or something there, just to hold it up. I do find as well sometimes it works to just have a cast without feeding. And so almost looking around, mopping up any maggots that have been left by anything else, because we've got them competing. Obviously it's exactly what we want. They're still sussing it, look. He didn't. Alright, let's try that again then. Chuck it up there. Some maggots. Feed around the float. Didn't fall for it that time. Yes, it did. Well, this is working, isn't it? We've sussed it now. I thought he was going to give up then. I don't think he's quite the stature of the ones we've been catching. But he's a nice fish again. It's going to be really cavalier than chin him, but well, we'll net him. This is sussed now. This is sussed. It took me a while. There you go, I can pick that one up. Oh, he's absolutely full of maggots, as you'd expect. 2 for 2. Doing that. Should really be able to empty it when they're like this. I've gone on a single maggot, obviously just to match everything else now. Let's get that up there somewhere. So you've sussed me this time. So what I really need to do is learn to catapult with a rod in my hand. That would solve the problem. There we go. They're coming to the sploshing of the maggots, but they're not interested in coming and looking at the maggot on the hook. I'm certainly ignoring it, but definitely suss this now. He had that before I picked the rod up. I'm not trying to get him in too quickly either because of all this weed on the inside. Play him out a bit out there, but this one's making for the streamer weed. Usually with stream weed, if you can pull them downstream or from downstream, you can usually get them out. Oh, I'm glad I bought the power version of this rod. Blimey. Oh, he's all wrapped up, look. He's wrapped up, I'm sure we got him in the right place. We'll have a check. Yeah, we got him in the right place. Another absolute cracker. Again, I can't pick this up with one hand. It's sort of around the gills. I'm going to pick him up like that. This is epic, epic fishing. It's taken me a couple of hours messing about with stuff to suss this out. It's working now. Like a charm. And they're still out there going crazy. I need a drink. There we go. This is working pretty much every chuck. Ooh. Whoa. What was I saying about him not beating me up that much? Wow. Should say as well, this swim is about the only swim on the Avon I know that would fish in these conditions. Sunny and a really clear river. Oh, come on. This one's going for it. Blimey. Come on. Oh, he's got me behind a bulrush stem. Go and get it. Okay, I just felt it ping free. God, I ain't giving up this one. Blimey. I thought we had him beat. Oh, he's got me in behind another one now. Come on. A bit of gentle pressure. God, this one is absolutely beat me up royally. They are some big old fish as well. I think this is a proper two-hander. Look at the size of that. Absolutely cracking. Wonderful. This is epic. Now we've got it sussed. Yeah, this is certainly fooling them, this. You see all these waves converge. Oh, this is excellent fun. So I'm glad I'm stood in this water. It is warm. Blimey. Oh, loads of fry about. Really good news. Right, let's try that again. Cast that up there. Maggots in. Leave it alone. Foiled by small fish that time, I think. I suppose if I was sat down, I could perhaps feed left-handed, like the match guys do. I've just shortened the distance to the float a little bit. Might just be too close to the float now. Might be a bit scary for them. There we go. Go on, you go down there. That's good. There we go. Another absolute unit. Come on, be nice. You can tell about chub by the size of their mouth, can't you? I'm just about pick him up, matchman style. Absolute cracker. These fish, I mean, that's probably about the smallest one we've had, and he's good 3.5 pound. Wow, what a session. Amazing, isn't it? Go from getting hardly any bites to bagging up. Just with a little change here and a little change there. Can't quite throw these maggots far enough. There we go. It's bite chuck now. Pretty much. It's only bite every other chuck. Come on, don't upset your mates. Come in nicely. There we go. Be nice. No, be nice. Come on. Oh. There we are. It's about that. Wow. We caught some fish. Like me, we caught some fish. I think 4 fish in about 8 casts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give them 10 minutes. I'm going to hydrate myself and I'm going to give them a bit of time to settle down. They're still out there. I can see them cruising about, but I don't want to spook them. So we'll feed them. Yeah, I mean, they're still going crazy. We'll keep feeding them, but we'll give them a minute. I like to spread it about a bit when they're doing this as well, just to keep them guessing. I don't want them to just sitting in one place. I'll feed on top of them, they grab a maggot, grab a couple of maggots, and I want to be feeding here, and then the maggots go over there, and they'll go over there, just a couple of meters away, and they'll go over there and grab the maggots. Just making them move. Just keep them guessing, really. What I've settled on is probably 2 foot, 18 inches, 2 foot, on the float to the hook. As I say, nothing on the line at all. Absolutely nothing. There we go. Didn't feed that time. Come on away from that. No. Of course, you want to get in there. You're a chub. Oh, just picked up a big bulrush stem. Hopefully it's not attached anymore. Big old shoulder chub down there, isn't there? Oh, our fortunes have turned round. Little change in tactics. Ooh. There we go. Whoa. What a swim this is. Well, it took some working out, but what a swim. Got him. They are proper fish as well in here. There we go. Cracking. Go on. Well, when I came out this morning, I was hoping this would be quite good. It's gone well beyond quite good. Blimey. Because I think there's, well, clearly there's less fish out there, but it's helping us because the maggots are not going so quickly, and I think the maggots are sinking a bit more. There's a few more maggots about, so I'm being able to sort of pick them off even when I'm not feeding. There we go. Oh. Hit that one and it just went solid. This one's flying around a bit more. I think it's probably a bit smaller. He ain't small by any means, but perhaps a bit smaller than the other ones we've been having. This weed's not been nearly as much of a problem as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, much smaller mouth. Well, if you're chub fishing and that's the smallest one you've caught today, you know you're doing all right. Yeah, it's going a lot less crazy out there now. They're still having it. Not busting the surface quite like they were to get to the maggots. Like I say, that is making it easier. Right, we'll feed for 5 minutes again. See if we can perhaps pull a few more out from under the bushes if there are any. And certainly get the ones that are out here to relax a bit. There's one swirl there. Yeah, in all the excitement, I forgot to tell you what happened at the Y. I went to the Y with my mate Nick to a new stretch, as I mentioned in the last video. Got there relatively early. I think I got there about 6:30, something like that, 6 o'clock. Had a bit of a scout around, find out how to get into the place because it's it's quite a jungle. Anyway, got in. It's the reason we went is a lovely shallow stretch that certainly fish out there. There's a lovely shallow stretch that seems to do some fish, so we thought we'd have a go. Cut a very long story short, it took me about 2 hours to get a first bite. I was fishing perhaps 2 foot deep. That's all I could fish. That's how deep the water was. A couple of hours to get a bite. Caught a nice chub, maybe about, I don't know, 3 pounds, something like that. Hell of a fight in the fast water. And the subsequent casts had another couple of bites. I thought, oh, we've got it going now. Brilliant, here we go. Fantastic. Anyway, that was 8:30, 9 o'clock. By midday, I'd had another bite. Nick had 1 chub, he was ledgering. So we decided to knock on there, to be honest. It was very sunny, very hot, and very unproductive. So there you go. I think perhaps it's one of those stretches that needs a bit of water on to fish. It's almost like a little shoal of chub came over me, over where I was feeding. I caught one, missed a couple of bites, and then that was it. They cleared off. That's what it felt like anyway, but yeah, shame really, because it was a nice stretch, but I'm not sure I'll be in a massive rush to go back, purely because it does seem very, like I say, very condition reliant. I think with extra, perhaps 3 or 4 foot of water on, it'd probably be quite good. But the trouble with that is there'd be very few places to fish from because the bank was very overgrown, quite steep. There weren't really any swims as such, not that I could see anyway. Now looking at the swirls in here, I think there's only one fish left. I can't imagine he's still out there feeding. We caught all his mates, but every time I feed, there's like one bow wave and one swirl over there. You never know, but can we catch the last one? What seems to be the last one anyway. I'll be amazed if we do. Unless he's feeling particularly suicidal. These fish are definitely being a bit more cautious now. I don't think I'm going to give it too much longer. Really can't complain about the morning we've had, blimey. Absolutely fantastic. Still fish there. At least a couple. I think possibly only a couple. Guru. Your catapults sink. Not ideal for a fishing catapult. Please make them out of stuff that floats. There we go. Ooh. Wondered if I fed a couple of times and then cast in without feeding, it would work, and it did. Well, I have to say, I love this rod. It's brilliant. Really nice. So nice, I'd completely forgotten about it. Come on. Get him in before he realises what's going on. There we go. Yeah, he's a proper one. I thought he felt heavy. Blimey, my arm's aching. I don't know what that says. Perhaps about my fitness or about these fish. There we go. How's about him? Another clonker. I think we can safely say they're back in this swim. Right, last cast. We have well and truly upset all the chub in here, I think. There's nothing showing anymore. I'm not seeing anything. What a session we've had. I'm not surprised. We've upset them all. I thought we'd have upset them a lot earlier than we did. But, nah. We'll call it a day there. It's about 1:15. So. That's been an absolutely unbelievable morning. I can't believe it. It's as good as I could have imagined it, and some. Wow. That would be lovely to drag this keep net out of the water and drag these fish all up the bank to have a glory shot. And we can't see a lot through the keep net, but there is a ridiculous amount of chub in there. I don't know if you can see. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to count them back so I've got an idea what we've caught. Yeah, just crazy. What a swim this is again this year. I mean, this is a river. These fish can move. They just choose to be in it for some reason. 1, 2, and then tank 14. Is it? 14. 14 chub. God, I'm soaked. Certainly the average size was somewhere between 3.5 and 4 pound. So you can do the maths. That's a decent weight of fish in. Probably started about 10ish, getting on 9:45. It's about 1:15 now. Wow, this swim, absolutely wonderful. That was something else, not quite what I expected this morning. We've had some cracking catches of chub at this swim before. I think my record, if you like, out of this swim is 9. We had 14. As I say, average size, certainly over 3.5 pound. Wow, what a net of fish this morning. That's been unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Kind of speechless. How are we ever going to top that on the Avon this year? I think it's going to be downhill from now. Oh dear. We've had some cracking catches though from further upstream in here as well, so you know, I'm sure when the fish get further upstream, perhaps as we found later on in the season, we'll get up there after them as well. But I'm going to come back in here and have another go in here as well. I do enjoy this swim. It's lovely, and this water's kept me lovely and cool. Anyway, I'm waffling. It's time to go home. Now, I'm out again on Monday. I have a guiding session on Monday, out with a couple of chaps on the Y. We'll do some float fishing for some chub and some barbel down on the Y. Chap wants to catch, one of the chaps anyway, wants to catch a barbel on the float. So that's the plan. It's looking promising conditions wise at the moment. It's a bit up and down the Y, but it's fairly low at the moment. It's certainly doable currently as it stands. However, there's a bit of rain due over the weekend, so who knows. That will be over on the Fishing Tips channel in a few days time. For my own fishing, I'll probably be out again during the daytime next week, working around work and around school runs as I usually do. So yeah, we'll be out again probably on the Avon. Well, it will be on the Avon next week, perhaps later on in the week. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that half as much as I did. That has been absolutely fantastic, and the new kit was wonderful. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Many thanks to channel patrons for your wonderful support. Thanks to those of you who support me through buymeacoffee.com, and I'll see you again on the Y on Monday over on the Fishing Tips channel, which will be linked in at the end.